Welcome back to Marvel Maniac, an MCU after show. My name is Eric Cicada, aka Mr. Honest, your host. It is great to be back with you today. Thank you for coming by. We have episode 7 to discuss today. I have the title for you this time coming in. Breaking the Fourth Wall is the name of this one. What an episode. I really enjoy the mockumentary style. Friends of mine would tell you I am the biggest fan of The Office you'll ever meet. Got more of a Modern Family vibe from this one. But that being said, we got a lot to unfold and unpackage here. Not as action-packed in this one. A little more information to unravel here. But I think this is leading up to a pretty action-packed conclusion. And not to say that we didn't get a lot here, and not to say that we don't have a lot to talk about. So let's strap in. Let's get ready. Let's talk about it. WandaVision, episode 7. Breaking the Fourth Wall. Marvel Maniac. Let's do it. So, first thing I was thinking, like, man, where is this giant scarlet blast gonna lead us? Like, all I remember is clowns and circus, and Vision is lying on the floor. I'm like, where are we going here? First off, I'm gonna say I'm humbly a little disappointed we didn't see Evan Peters again. I'm a little sad. I thought we'd get it. Maybe we'd see him once again. That's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I'll get over it. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I thought we would, but maybe we won't. That is okay. We got a lot of Wanda dealing with Wanda today. She is kind of just avoiding her problems, as we all do from time to time. As I noticed in the Marvel Studios opening, by the way, I could see the Avengers jumping through time in Endgame, like when they're like shrinking down and like going through, like when they're going to the different time, like different places in time. I love that. I just love how it's ever changing. The beginning sequence, Marvel Studios. Oh man, whenever that starts. I'm not gonna sing it for you. Okay, we all know. It's just very exciting. Okay. So this is not, like we said, the mockumentary episode, the Office episode, the Modern Family, whatever we want to call it, okay? So Wanda's like, we've all been there, right? Letting our fear and anger get the best of us, intentionally expanding the borders of the false world we created. So, like, the self-realization is even more self-realized. Like, there couldn't be any more meta to this episode. It is insane. The episode is literally called Breaking the Fourth Wall. I love it. So we cut to Billy and Tommy, and they run to the room. They're like, "Come on, our game's freaking out!" And their controllers go from modern day to GameCube games to joysticks to Uno cards. And is the world breaking? And as we go through the episode, we kind of we see that the world is breaking a little bit. So Tommy's head hurts. We're starting to see Tommy's like a little bit of an empath. He's kind of a little more like Vision. I don't know. He's got a little bit of his own superpower. He feels things in the earth and stuff. Man, I'm worried. I hope I'm naming him right. It might be Billy. I might be saying the name wrong on this. If I'm correct. And then Wanda, like, after the kids leave the room, she's still wearing the costume. Hot Asgard on Ragnarok. What the hell? Thank you, Elizabeth Olsen, ladies and gentlemen. The almond milk is glitching from glass to carton. All hell is breaking loose. There's craziness happening in the Wanda Maximoff household. Is it the Maximoff household or the Vision household? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Maximoff currently. The sound soundtrack echoes Modern Family, like with the drums and the drum beats in the background, if you ask me. I mean, I'm really breaking down the style of show they're going for when, like, the reality is really completely starting to break around her in this one. I mean, like, we are really echoing style of show here, but I mean, let's be real, the gig's kind of breaking here with the show. The world's breaking around this woman, and she's starting to lose her mind a little bit here. It's probably just a case of the Mondays, am I right? Wanda is she's so hilariously delusional. Yeah, you know, you're almost like right there with her, you know. This week's title sequence, it's Wanda's name. It's like kind of like, well, from what I'm remembering, it's very like Modern Family. I don't know. I'm comparing everything to Modern Family. It's probably not like that, but it's just Wanda's name appearing on many things. And I'm gonna just say like a full disclosure thing. Okay, I listen with audio description. For those of you that don't know, it's for the visually impaired. You can pretty much just watch a movie without watching it. It's just a description of the whole entire movie. It's awesome. I like it. It helps with my attention for one, and for another, it just really helps you catch everything. I watch almost all my media like it's something. My brother thinks I'm insane. But it really, for this especially, it helps me catch little things that you never notice. And in the title sequence, it caught something that I almost am positive almost nobody would have noticed unless you had this audio description on. And I'm almost positive the reveal at the end, it probably has to do with the reveal at the end. But I will say this. You pause it. I don't have the exact number, but you pause it. But there's a part with cutout magazine letters that says, "I know what you are doing, Wanda." It's in the titles. I listen with audio description, so that's how I got it. I'm not like saying I'm some sort of genius who like just so happened to like pick it out and pause it. I wanted to say full disclosure there. And also at the end, Friday the 10th is circled. Friday the 10th. What is the significance there? Tell me, people, tell me. There is a new sword base. This one's 8 miles out of Westview. The boundary now, or the hex, or the barrier, or whatever you want to call it. Darcy's calling it the hex, which I like now most. It's huge, and it's looking like a hex. It's like a hexagon, so I mean that makes sense to call it that. It's huge now, like gigantic. It's like the size of like I want to say like, well, I don't know. You can kind of just basically see how big it is. It's basically the size of that town. Plus, they basically showed you on screen how large that thing is. It's gigantic. It's the size of like 4 counties. It's huge. I think that's what's kind of driving Wanda to the level of insanity she has. I mean, it's got to be hard to control that level, that amount of, area. I mean, it's covering a lot. Okay. Anyway, Vision wakes up and the circus is just going on around him. He's just like taking in the clowns. Vision is just like a little baby taking in the world around him. Always just, I love Vision's eyes on new things, and Vision looking at clowns, another beautiful thing. But anyway, Vision sees Darcy chained to a car, and that's captivating. And also, there's Darcy chained to a car. In a talking head, she says that she's not really great at this gig, and that it doesn't really fit her skill set. You know, she's a hacker, so I mean, understood. She said she put in for the bearded lady. That didn't really work out. Darcy is hilarious. She's always great comedic relief, and in this episode, some very good moments between her and Vision. So Vision tries to get to convince Darcy to remember him, and like they lock eyes, and Darcy just walks away. So cut back to the house, and the kids bring up Pietro to Wanda, and she says, like, brings up the part where he says, "Your dead husband can't die twice." And Wanda says, "That man is not your uncle." And they're like, "Well, who is he?" And she's like, "I have no answers. Zero, zip, zilch, nada." I'm starting to believe that everything is meaningless. Like, she's kind of starting to give, like, the kids... I'm starting to worry about how she's starting to act around these kids. Like, she's, like, acting, like, careless around these poor little kids, as if they're not kids, as if they're manifestations of her imagination. I want to believe that these are real little tykes. If anything can come out of this, it's these kids. I hope they could walk out of this thing, right? Come on, Billy and Tommy wanted to walk out of this thing. Young Avengers, right? Come on. Billy and Tommy can make it out, right? Oh man, I'm too hopeful. Why do I get this dark feeling that this ain't gonna work out for them? Am I crazy? Am I crazy in being optimistic here? Come on, we can get a happy ending. This is MCU. We can get a happy ending out of this. Billy and Tommy can walk out of this, right? Come on. I'm not insane. Oh, gosh, please let him. I also want Vision to make it out. Am I just a madman? Vision suffered so much. I'm going to preach it to the end. That android, we've seen him. We've seen him go to... Okay, I'm not going to say it anymore. I've talked about it time and time again. We got a lot to plow through here. I mean, not plow. I mean, this isn't a chore by any means. This is fun, but... Boy, oh boy, I don't want to sound like a broken record here. Okay. So anyway, Wanda's just pretty much saying that she has no answers and that she's starting to believe that everything's meaningless. The kids are extremely uncomfortable, and they're like looking at each other for answers pretty much. In a talking head, Wanda admits that she was a bit hard on them, but they'll be fine pretty much because they inherited tough skin from Vision because he's made of vibranium. She kind of low-key's losing her mind. Agnes arrives. Finishers of this episode knows that's not a good... This ain't great. She offers to take the kids off her hands, so Wanda can get some me time. Please, Wanda, just keep the kids close. Keep Billy and Tommy. Don't let her go with Agnes. But she agrees. Okay, so after Billy and Tommy goes with Agnes. Wanda's looking all over the house, and everything's changing. All eras, potted plants, TVs, fireplaces, they're just going through time. Shippity shape, and everything's just it's going. We're going through history, folks. All WandaVision episode. I'm assuming all props. I'm guessing we're not like just getting new stuff. It's like the old stuff. It's like all the stuff. We're getting flashbacks, you know. We're going through all the props, all the kitchen tables, all the vases, all the fireplaces, all renditions, you know. It's crazy. It's insane. And then in the talking head, Wanda says she's fine, like 3 times over. So, cut back to outside of the Hex, and this is where it's revealed that Monica and Wu did make it. They didn't get consumed by the blast of last week of Wanda's blast. Wu said Darcy did get past the firewall. Hayward, it turns out, was trying to bring Vision back online before any of this events of WandaVision. He was trying to bring Vision back online, and that's why he was tracking him inside of the Hex. Literally, You know that whole spiel about like him saying like she brought Vision back online against his will. Like he literally, that's what he was going to be doing anyway if Wanda didn't do that. He wants to use Vision as a weapon. He is full of garbage, Hayward. He is full of garbage. So that's why he was tracking him anyway. He wants to use Vision as a weapon. So Monica says someone has to tell Wanda. Monica has this connection at Sword and gets this just awesome looking tank thing, which turns out to be like one of the very best Space Ranger Pro driver Max. I don't know what this thing is, but it's the best of the best. We cut back to the circus. Vision temple touches Darcy finally, and Darcy is back, not into reality, but like back to thinking like normally. And in quotes, I'm like, finally, just give Vision some freaking answers. And they escape the circus from like an angry circus man. In the funnel cake truck, by the way, that was transformed last week. Good God, do I want a funnel cake now? Come on. MCU funnel cakes. Are they super powered funnel cakes? Like, them going through Wanda, like, are they photon powered funnel cakes? You know, like Monica Rambeau went in and out so many times. Like, are these funnel cakes super powered like Monica? By the way, yeah, we're gonna get there. What's going on with Monica, everybody? What's going on with Monica? Okay, back at the house. It's all going haywire. It's all going haywire all around Wanda. In her talking head, she says she doesn't know why this is happening and why she can't fix it. And then the interviewer asked, do you think maybe this is what you deserve? And it's like it is a guy who asked this. This is a guy who asked this. This is like an off-guimer guy. And then Wanda, like, immediately is like, what? Like, you're not supposed to talk. And then it like cuts the commercial, and it's Nexus. And I'm like, oh, this rings, but I don't know what this is. It's an antidepressant ad. By the way, I had a lot of feedback from friends and about the shark thing last week. I'll try and talk a little about that. Well, let's just say it's like the shark thing from last week. The shark ad. It's a kind of a metaphor for Wanda not being able to access her powers and her being so close to being able to touch and use her power, but not being able to. And I don't know. There's so much there. I'm still not quite sure I get it. There's a lot of deep meaning there. But this depression ad was similar. But the Nexus, I did a quick little Google, Marvel Nexus. The Nexus is a cross-dimensional gateway which provides a pathway to any and all possible realities. This includes realities between realities. It is unknown whether it was created by some being or just if it's just one place in the entire multiverse where all realities naturally intersect. So that's a pretty huge deal in terms of Marvel. Big Marvel word, Nexus. Nexus antidepressant. That's the one I think I'd go for if it were available on market right now. We cut back to Agnes's house. We were with Billy and Tommy, and Billy said that Agnes, like, he likes it here because it's quiet, but then he kind of like starts to look at Agnes. As I was saying, Billy is kind of like an empath. He feels things. He feels what's around him. And then he also says, Agnes, you're kind of quiet on the inside. Like I said last week, Agnes was sus. I was feeling that too. I'm a little self-described empath, okay? I kind of was feeling a little sus on Agnes last week. I'm not gonna lie. I was throwing some sus on Agnes, and rightfully so. Tommy asks if their mom is okay, and we cut away. Monica is in a spacesuit, strapped in, ready to go. She's looking awesome. Like, I'm like thinking, I'm a freaking fan already. So as I was saying before, Monica's friends in S.W.O.R.D. were saying this is S.W.O.R.D's strongest and best space rover. So she gets strapped in, and she's going full force at this hex, this barrier that Wanda created. And basically expecting to kind of fly through it. I mean, you know, we don't really know what to expect, but they don't expect it to hit this like hard and for it to resist this much, and it resists like heck. So that doesn't startle Monica. I mean, yeah, she's freaked out a little bit. The barrier eats the truck alive. Monica barely makes it out. It spits the truck back up, and it's transformed completely. Monica kind of looks back at Wu, and like there's this moment, it's very reminiscent of the first time Monica ran into the barrier, right? And Wu tells her no, but she runs, and she says, "I could do this. I can make it in." And she runs. He just runs in despite Wu screaming at her. When she's walking through this, she's like in the portal. It's not quite like the quantum realm that the Avengers are traveling through that I mentioned that was in the Marvel Studios thing that they travel through in Endgame and Ant-Man. Is a different dimension. Maybe the Nexus that we brought up. Let's go back and refer to the Nexus. I mean, this was brought up only in this episode, the Nexus. Everything is brought up for a reason. It's a cross-dimensional gateway which provides a pathway to any and all possible realities. Okay. I don't know. That reference could mean. I mean, why would they bring that up? I'm gonna draw lines where I see them. So when she's walking through, you can see multiple versions of her, including Geraldine. You can hear the younger version of Monica, from Captain Marvel. I believe you can hear her talking to. You can hear Nick Fury. You can hear, I swear, you can hear Samuel L. Jackson. You hear the man. It is a colorful, intense sequence she is charging through. It feels like a block. It must be like 10 to 15 seconds of her doing it. All versions form together, and she makes it through to the other side. I damn near expected her to be in a super suit. Cut to Darcy and Vision. They're in traffic, but they are talking out the plot of Infinity War. They're talking about where Vision died twice, and he asked Wanda to kill him. It's so hilarious. It hurts. You asked her to do it. Why would I have done that? To save the universe. Well, half of it. Did it work? It did, until the bad guy rewound time and killed you himself. It's at this point, Darcy and Vision realize they are catching every single red light. They also get caught at an intersection with like a ton of people crossing. Vision gives like a Jim from The Office like fourth wall break, which I just love. Vision, even in these later serious episodes, and I love it. I love that Vision is finally in his full Vision attire. Trust me, I love Vision in a plaid shirt, like I said. But we've gotten enough Vision in clothes. I've almost gotten so used to seeing him Vision in clothes. When Vision showed up in clothes in Captain America: Civil War, I remember it was so funny and so out of place. The whole theater burst out laughing to see that man in a shirt. Now it's so normal. I remember like literally watching that scene like come up on a YouTube video today, remembering the shock appeal and how I'm so used to seeing him in clothes now, it's not even funny. But anyway, I'm so glad to see him a little more often in his regular attire. I keep getting beaten off the regular path here. This show just gets me all excited. He says he believes Wanda is doing the red light traffic stops, and he's kind of thinking that Wanda is keeping him from getting home, which is we're kind of thinking. I'm kind of thinking as an audience so far too. After the end of the episode makes me kind of question, though. I don't know who's pulling what strings now. Darcy says to Vision that she's been watching WandaVision for the past week and that the love they have is real. I'm sorry. It's so sweet. And that they're meant to be together. Thank you for telling them that for all of us, Darcy. Thank you for telling him that on behalf of all the fans. Vision needs to know. I appreciate it. Thank you, Darcy. Thank you. You're the true MVP. Monica makes it to Wanda. Just all of a sudden, Monica's at Wanda. Wanda is startled, to say the least. She's like, what are you doing here? And Monica tries to explain, but she pretty much lifts her hand in the air and forces her outside, reminiscent of when she sent her through the walls, Geraldine, the last time. Wanda's kind of muttering, the drones, the missiles, Pietro. She's kind of blaming Monica for everything. Monica's like, no, I didn't do, the drones. No. Monica's starting to stand up for herself. Monica drops to the ground, though, and like a Deadpool, as Deadpool would say, a superhero landing. And she has this blue energy coming off of her from the bottom. I feel like she's got a power in her. I'm not going to lie to you. I think something happened when she made it through that barrier. We got a little, I don't know, Monica Rambeau maybe getting some superhero abilities. I'm feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, I may have done a little research on the character of Monica Rambeau. Like I said, I may have been a Google search away from missing out on a big history of that character. If you Google Monica Rambeau, she has a pretty big history in Marvel Comics, which I'm going to give you one more solid week as an audience to do on your own before I all out talk about. Going to give you a fair audience spoiler warning. Since it wasn't addressed in the show yet. But I'm going to start talking about some of that sort of stuff if it's not addressed in the show yet. Look up Monica Rambeau. Google her comic, Monica Rambeau, Marvel Comics. I want to know what you think. And then I'm going to start talking about it next week regardless. So be ready. Be ready. If you're not ready for it, we'll let you skip it. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. And it's going there. So woo. Ready. We're ready. And not literally Agent Woo. I'm cheering Woo. But yeah, woo for Agent Woo too. Yeah, let's give Woo a high five. That punch last week, I'm still vibing off of that punch. So after Monica drops to from her superhero landing and all the blue kind of power is under her, residents of the town kind of start to notice there's like this standoff between Wanda and Monica, and Monica says Hayward will burn Westview to the ground, don't let him make you the villain. And Wanda says, maybe I already am. And then it kind of cuts to Agnes watching from her window from afar. Sinister. Monica is starting to get through to Wanda, talking about that she lost the person closest to her too via the snap, aka her mom. You can see Wanda kind of start to let up too, we know Wanda. We've been with Wanda. Wanda is a sensible person. She's been hurt. She's been devastated. I sympathize with Wanda. I literally seen it in her eyes right there. Monica was about to get through to her. Agnes shows up. She says Wanda has been through enough, and she takes Wanda away. Come on, man. That makes me upset. Monica was so close to getting through to Wanda right there. So close. Wanda says to Monica, don't make me hurt you. She threatens her with the red powers again. Monica hesitates, but then kind of slowly follows them anyway, is what it looks like to me. We cut back again to Vision and Darcy, and there's like construction in front of the car again, and Vision is doing like another talking head, and like during this talking head, he realizes he shouldn't be doing a talking head, and he's wasting his time, and he leaves the talking head that he was doing. And I'm like, he's in the car, and then like the construction's done, like, or whatever was in the front, and then like a crossing guard comes, an absurd amount of kids start crossing in front of him, like 100 kids, and he's like, I'm going to my wife, and like he just leaves, like flies out of the roof of the truck and leaves Darcy, and she's like, I'll meet you there, and Vision just flies away, and what he should have done, he's been being distracted. We go back to Agnes's house, and already, the minute we get here, we're getting some really creepy vibes. Wanda sees 2 plates, and she asks where the kids are. Agnes is like, oh, they're probably just off in the basement. Yeah, right. Let's let the kids in the. I mean, okay. Some families, they have playrooms or whatnot in the basement, whatever. Not too weird, but there's eerie vibes here. And after the scene that we saw with little Billy telling Agnes she had there was quiet inside of her, I don't know, the basement thing is creepy. And as Wanda goes down into the basement, there's lots of vines and old stone, and she's definitely entered a very evil looking super lair. So then we get to add the reveal. You didn't think you were the only magical girl in town, did you? The name is Agatha Harkness. Lovely to meet you. Finally meet you, dear. And then her eyes grow violet, and she sends some sort of like purple magic into Wanda's eyes, and this really catchy song starts to play, and it was also revealed it was Agatha all along. Yeah. It goes like, it was Agatha all along. It was Agatha all along. Okay, I won't sing it anymore. But it was just okay, so they do this in this little song. And, okay, so, it shows her walking up to the front porch. I think she snaps, and, everything becomes black and white. I don't know if that means she started the black and white sitcom era for the show. Does that mean she started the show? Maybe. It was her all along. It was Agatha all along. So she's been pulling the strings from the very beginning. I'm going to take that as a yes. If it was Agatha all along, we're leaving it on that note. I'm going to go with yes, and a yes. Shows her tapping Herb on the shoulder when he has the chainsaw. This is that moment that Vision walks up, literally, and he's cutting the wall. That weird moment. That was Agatha as well. All these strange moments, all Agatha. Agnes, right? Literally, the moment it's Wanda's answering the door to find Pietro, Agatha's sitting on the ground on the lawn with wine, and she's producing that violet magic, and it's on his back. And then it shows her playing up to Vision in the car. In last week's episode, I was totally right about that. So she was so sus. It was Agatha all along. It was I could really sing. I'm a singer, and I just can't find the key for it. It was Agatha all along. I can't find it. And it's late. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be attempting this. And then it shows Agatha behind the camera during Wanda's interview. I know we heard that in a male voice, that question, saying maybe you should be feeling guilty about this or whatever it was said. And then it cuts to Agatha at the end, and she says, and I killed Sparky too. And she maniacally laughs. She killed the dog. Agatha killed the dog. She killed the dog, and she's happy about it. She's evil, man. She's evil. She's purely bad. She's purely evil. At least we have someone to rally and root against. Everyone, let's just get on that Agatha hate train. What do you guys think? I'm not even all that like surprised, because I kind of felt it last week. I really did, and the more I thought about it, the more it made sense to me. I knew she was playing it up last week. I had a buddy, I'm not even gonna say who. He was telling me he really believed that she was being genuine last week, and I'm like, why would she be way out there on the outskirts of town? You know, that thing that she did to Vision, the interaction that she had with Vision led to him going right out there and sacrificing himself, almost nearly killing him for good. She probably, I don't know what her intentions are with Wanda. I don't know what she has to gain. We don't really know a whole lot about Agatha. I know she's she's a character in the Marvel comics. We know that. I know that. But I don't know much else. So there's a lot to be revealed about her intentions and why she's doing what she's doing. If she has somebody else she's working for, I don't think so. But you never know. The theories are going to be going crazy this week. Like I said, it's seeming like she conjured this version of Pietro Maximoff. I don't know if she did. She might have. We didn't see another version of him this week, so I don't really necessarily know. I wanted to go and read some Reddit comments this week, do something a little bit different. Let's go to the WandaVision subreddit, and I'm going to read comments by name. We're going to go down some of the top comments, and this is just very recent. These were just posted in the last few hours. This is Lord Raiders. The last 3 episodes will be 1 hour long, in quotes, and and other hilarious jokes to tell yourselves. Yeah, there were rumors going around. This is Lord Raiders. Yes, Lord Raiders totally thought there was going to be hour-long final episodes. I am not too disappointed, only because if the last few episodes, the last one episode is 1 hour long and it's as good as a regular Marvel movie, I'll be happy, because all these episodes are quality. This one was quality. The last one was quality. If it's quality, I'm happy about it. Let's go down to the next comment. There are rumors going around that they're releasing 10 episodes from AlexMan420, but they wanted the 10th to be a surprise episode. Kind of like, wait, this is the last episode, but the conflict isn't resolved yet. Wait, there's another episode kind of thing. Ethical Jammy says they won't do that. They're releasing a behind-the-scenes episode. Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep reading some comments here. How do I collapse? Okay. Darcy acknowledging she wanted a guest spot on the TV show. I like that Vision snapped her out of the spell immediately, so we didn't have to retread that plot. Steph Wolf. Yeah, very good point, Steph Wolf. Taylor Danger Torres says, in quotes, I actually did bite a kid once. In quotes, Agnes is the spider who bit Peter Parker. Confirmed. True. Book Penguin 98 says it was Agatha all along. True. In response to that, Rock Hunch says this is going to be a running gag in the MCU base for years. Aliens invade New York. Agatha. Thanos destroys half of the universe. It was actually Agatha. Ant-Man loses his tacos. Actually Agatha. Rock Hunch, genius, dude. Harsh Alex says the range of Elizabeth Olsen's acting is phenomenal. Holy smokes. I couldn't agree with that comment more. Wesley Snipes responded, her ability to go between every era of suburban housewife to a mentally deranged mystical mage is incredible. She makes or breaks believability of it all. Very tough to do convincingly and makes it look super easy. Super excited when she finally snaps. Oh my gosh, guys, I couldn't agree with you guys more. Elizabeth Olsen is fantastic in this show. Paul Bettany on top of it. What a cast. There's a post-credit scene. Go watch it, people. What? I need to go watch the post-credit scene real quick. Pause. Okay. Solid thank you to Diego FSN on Reddit. Thank you, Diego FSN on Reddit. There is a post-credit scene. Everyone go watch it. It is good. If you pause, go watch it. Are you back? If you haven't paused it, okay, come back. Wow. Okay, that was good. Okay, so Monica literally is outside of Agnes's house. My heart's pumping. I didn't know there was a post-credit scene. How do you do that, Disney? What the heck? How do you put 7 minutes of credits in every single episode? And for the 7th one, you put a post-credit scene. This is the one, and I know I'm 99% sure this is the first one they did that for. He said creeper's gonna creep, right? Like, what? Dude, that was so he's not gone, man. Evan Peters ain't gone, dude. Monica ran right into him, dude. Monica ran right into Quicksilver. He's not gone. All right, I'm excited about this, dude. What a post-credit scene. There's only 2 episodes left this season. Will there be a second season of WandaVision? Probably not, but who knows? You never know with the MCU. That's what's so great about it. It's ever expanding. You never know what's coming next. I love it. This has been a great episode so far. I'm getting more and more comfortable being here for you guys, talking to you. I hope you're having a good time. I would love to hear from you. MarvelManiacPod@gmail.com. Throw me your theories, your questions, anything. I'd love to hear from you. We take donations at Mr. Honest Podcast on PayPal. It all goes right back into the show, keeping us up and running, equipment, all that good stuff. I am Marvel Maniac Pod on Twitter, and at Eric Cicada, ERICSEQUEIRA, at Mr. Honest Pod on Twitter. No more self-promotion. Okay, we get it. We are going to be back next week for episode 8 of WandaVision. Until then, you have a great week, and Avengers, disassemble.